So, how are you all doing sheltering at home? Tell you a funny story. You know how when we were teenagers, our parents always tried to keep us in the house, right? And wouldn't let us go out. I'm having the worst time keeping my mother at home. She's 81, I think. No, she's 81. And she wants to go and do all of her own things because she's stubborn and does not like to be called a senior citizen. So we've been keeping her home. Yesterday, my daughter Angelica went and got groceries for her because I was going to go, but then Angelica said, "No, no, mommy, you can't go because you're a senior citizen." Oh well. So uh, I the reason I one of the reasons I wanted to talk to everyone today is because I'm sitting here alone and keeping myself busy. I'll show you what I've been doing in a little bit. But when I talk to friends of mine and I see things on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and people are saying, "Oh my God, my kids are driving me crazy. My husband's this," and I talk to people and my friends. They're fighting with their husbands and their kids are driving them crazy. I think that we should use this time to embrace our loved ones. I mean, we we will never get time like this again. I mean, just think if you were on a vacation, and people come here all the time to go on vacation. Yeah, we're stuck at home, but not really, because we can go out and you can take that walk on the beach, bike path. You can take that bike ride with your family. You can go and have a picnic in your backyard or barbecue. Well, not today, it's raining, but you know what I mean. There's things that you can do, and I would embrace this time with your family and your kids and your husband and stop fighting, because I'm sitting here with this little friend. This is my little coworker right here. And I'm glad I have her because otherwise I'm by myself and I'm fine. But I'm just saying, think of all the elderly people that are alone and they don't have this kind of thing even to do, or a pet. So really embrace your family and think of fun things to do. Like my grandson was telling me, he's 7 and he's dying, dying, dying to. Hi, Maria. Um, anyway, my grandson's 7. He's dying, dying to come spend the night with me, and he's constantly saying, "Nani, Nani, please, can I come? It's been 14 days." And I would love, love, love to have him, but I can't. I can't risk it for his health or mine. And I'm a rule follower. So anyway, I told him, why don't you go in the garage and set up a corner so that you can do art projects, because he and I love to do art together. So I said, get your table and get your art projects and start doing some art. And that's what I've been doing, and baking. And and then I bake, but I don't want to eat it. And so then I take it, like I took some to my kid's house yesterday and I just put it behind the door and left. And then I called her and said, "Look behind your door." I gave some to the neighbors because I love to bake, but don't really like sweets. But it's fun and I like the smell of it. But here's what I've been doing. I'll tell you something. So I like art and I think it's very healing. And so I have been painting. And so I've been doing these little bottles, right, for oil and vinegar or whatever, and little candle holders, and then I've been doing these little trinket boxes. I don't know what people can do with them, but I have all this stuff. I thought this one was pretty, with shells and pearls. So I have all of these things and I did it. And then I have all of these old Beanie Babies that I was going to give to my granddaughter. And my daughter Brittany said, "No, Mom, you can't do that. They're worth money." And then when we looked them up, they are. So I have this box of Beanie Babies, and I've been putting them on eBay. I even sold one. Alternative forms of income, right? Find positive things to do. Hi, Tammy. And so, yeah, so just, do other things, find things to do. Like, this is, yes, I've been drinking wine, and then I just use it for art. Make it useful. These are some little, and I have little craft things that I buy to do with my grandson. So I've just been doing that. And then business wise, I think it's really insensitive right now in my business to call people about buying houses. I can't even show houses, and everything's, shut down, and nor would I put anybody in that situation, but keeping the relationships up and talking to people and checking in on people. I mean, that's what's most important, and keeping relationships going with people, because we now have the time where we always say that, I don't have time. And Tammy, I sent you my Etsy link. It's called Designs. I don't even know what it's called. I'll find it. But I sent it to you. Yeah, but I put all this stuff on Etsy to sell because, we all need money, right? And so I'm one of those people that thinks, how am I going to make, have alternative forms of income? So I always think of things to do. And I have my paintings. You can see I have my paintings on Etsy. And I'm not a famous artist, but some people like my work, and it's fun. So what was I saying? Because I get myself sidetracked. What was I saying now? Oh, relationships. So if you have a business that has a contact management system, get that in order. Call people that you haven't talked to just to check on them, and people will appreciate that. Just, I called somebody the other day to check on them, and they told me that I was the first person that did that. Nobody else had called to check on them. So just think about that. And the one thing I'm really passionate about, guys, embrace your loved ones right now. I know that 7-year-old's driving you crazy. I know your husband playing video games all day when you want him to go to the store, that you want to kill him. I know that. But at least he's there, And at least you got the kids and they're healthy. And so that's what we have to count our blessings right now. And my grandmother, when my kids used to drive me nuts, I used to get mad. My grandma would say, God bless them, they're healthy. Right? That's what she said. Wise old Italian lady. So just stay healthy and safe, and do the things you never had time for. Do the things, I have this box. Well, I won't lift it. I have this box of paper that I need to go through. That's not even the worst of it. It's sitting here. I'm going to do it. Oh, the other thing I've been doing with my art, and I learned this I got from Tammy Newton, who owns the Breakfast Club, and you should go there because it's awesome. And right now, I think they're still doing takeout. Are you still doing takeout, Tammy? But Breakfast Club's doing takeout, curbside delivery, and they have really great food. But look, these are little, you can't really see them. Anyway, you can't really see them, but these are little, taking your pictures and your paintings, the lights, and making coasters on tile and then selling them at the floor. This was from a painting that I did of my granddaughter and her little friend. Anyway, just, find things to do. Have fun. Okay, I do have an Etsy store, and it's called Designs de la DeLuca on Etsy store. Designs de la DeLuca. And I'm not savvy enough to go there and get the link and put it up here right now. I'll put it in the comments afterwards. So, okay, so the other thing I want to talk about is what happened to me yesterday. I'm just going to rant because I'm sitting here alone, so you can opt out, you can leave, but we live in the most beautiful place. And I haven't really been out since, oh my gosh, who knows? But yesterday I had to go and do something and I didn't see people. I just had to go out. And so I was driving and I was driving over by where Home Depot is on the freeway. And I looked over towards the wharf and I saw the boats parked in the marina and the ocean was still and the backdrop. And for the first time, and I've lived here for 60 years, for the first time, I just had this overwhelming feeling of how beautiful it is here because all the cars weren't there, all the people weren't there. It was just, God's earth. And it's gorgeous. And so I would encourage you to go take a walk and just enjoy where we are. And then I was driving towards Carmel, and I noticed for the first time between the freeway that goes this way to Carmel, this way to Monterey, between the freeway, there's oak trees planted. I don't know if they're oak trees, but there's trees. Now, I never noticed that before. And I take that road probably every day because my office is in Carmel. And then when I was in Carmel, all of the architecture in Carmel and the beauty in the windows. I just walked around Carmel with my dog and because I needed to get out, and such pretty little things in the window, the art and the sculptures and everything. So anyway, that's another thing I wanted to say is that I've really been, because my head's clear and I'm not thinking about what I have to do and where I have to go, just really look around you and how beautiful where we live is and how blessed we are. Let's see. Okay, so I know we're all worried about money. I mean, I know I am because I don't have a husband. I don't have, it's me. And if I don't sell houses, it's bad. So that's, so yes, I am, concerned, as I'm sure many of you small business owners, I know my daughter does, everybody's home. My daughter's man is her fiance is a waiter in Carmel, and he does extremely well, and he's not working, and it's hard. It's scary because how long will this last? We don't know. And I hope people are taking it seriously, and I hope people are staying home. But the one thing that I'm thinking for myself is I went through the Loma Prieta earthquake. I went through 9/11. I lost everything, which I'll just be transparent and say, in 2008. I never thought I'd sell another piece of residential real estate in my life. I'm trying to see what this says to me. Stream quality has been lowered. Oh, well, that's okay. I never thought I would sell another piece of residential real estate in my life at that time because it was, what happened in 2008. And I had zero money. And so actually I went to Chris Shake and at Old Fisherman's Grotto, and I said, I need a job. And he said, well, I don't need anybody, but okay, I'll hire you. And he did. And that's what got me through. So I waitressed for Chris, Mr. Shake. I waitressed, and then I reinvented myself, and I worked. And at that time, this kind of stuff didn't exist. Blogging had just come in. I had this huge video camera that was this big, so I used to do videos, and I just learned all this technology. And everything came back. It was fine. Everything came back. And if you keep doing the right thing and you have a positive attitude, you know, I had a video that I did last week about all of the bad things that have happened historically, and when we come back, we emerge victorious, and we do. So, you know, our mothers always told us, don't worry, it'll be fine. And it will be fine. Right now, it's so scary. And it's so unnerving because we don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, it'll be fine. It will. I mean, everything's going to be fine. As long as you stay healthy and you follow the rules, this will be over soon and we can all go back out and play. Also, I've been reading books. I have all these books, right, that I've been wanting to read, right? And I all these books. And some of them I've read, but not, you know, completely. But another great idea is I have the Rosetta Stone Italian. And I have been saying I'm not going back to Italy until I can speak Italian perfectly. Perfect opportunity. If go, I think Rosetta Stone has some specials right now. Go learn a language. Do that as a family. That'd be fun too. Like, just find things to do. So, that's pretty much all I have to say. And I pulled some Tony Robbins cards that I have because I have this big box of cards that Tony Robbins gave me. And there's a couple sayings that I wanted to tell you. So this is very, very good for what's happening now. It is in the realm of uncertainty that fulfillment is found. So right now, while we're uncertain, what are you going to do to find fulfillment with what's happening right now? And there are 3 ways to end suffering: appreciate and enjoy, learn and grow, love, give, and be grateful. And with that, I wish you a great day. Stay safe. If you go out, be like me and wear gloves and wash your hands. Have a great one.